Condemn this wicked ass holiday along with America. You know, this is supposed to be so-called Thanksgiving. You know, and no thanks, man. Oh, wait, man, no thanks to Edom, man.
Thanks for nothing.
You know, thanks for nothing. And we just gonna get into it, man, and get some scriptures and hopefully get a little bit of history. And you know, it can be brief or the most I can make it. You know, we out here 3 hours, 4 or 5 hours. But anyway, giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Giving all praises to Yahawah. He is the be, he exists. His son, Yahawashi, he delivers, you know, in the name of the Holy Spirit. We always say, you know, because we're doing this by the Holy Spirit. Barak, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, my salutation, but see word for the hope of election, for the elect, most I will. Doing the elected work, he said, short time for the elect's sake, and the contrite spirits returning back to the Most High, man, woman, and a few women, you know, blessings, man. You know, we just gonna get right into it, man. We got some points of history, a little bit that we want to mention, and going through some things that relate. Of course, it all relates to now. You know, everybody's serving their lot, and things are happening to the way they're supposed to, according to the Most High, according to Yahawah. They orchestrate this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We know that for sure, 100%. No man can able to deny it. It says you can do. I forget how that goes, but you can't do anything against the truth before the truth. You know? Second that, we're gonna start with the 10 tribes because this is basically a mockery to our brothers, the Native Americans, the Qadash, you know, which is on this sign. So-called Native Americans, and they so-called because they're not really Americans. American come from Amerigo Vespucci, you know, which was a man not of our seed line, bloodline. You know, go ahead.
Yeah. Getting back on a little something, right? Second Edges. Second Edges, chapter 13 and 40. And it reads, those are the 10 tribes. Let's go second Edges.
Hey, Messiah. Let me see. No, after that. That's like 39, I think.
Yeah, it's before that. Yeah, I just, I had went down a little bit more. Yeah. Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 39. And it reads, and whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him. Verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes.
10 tribes in Northern Kingdom. You know, it says so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Cubans, so-called Mexicans, so-called, you know, it's on the sign. House of Elders been pointed to a billion times. So-called Native Americans. So, you know,
You had the Levites went with them too, They went with them too, because all that was Judah and Benjamin.
yeah, parts of Levi too.
Yeah, parts of Levi too,
They always take the priesthood to kind of open up some doors to control Israel and shit. You know, that's why they use you know, the watered down priesthood like Martin Luther King and all them motherfuckers, the church people type of religious people like Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
But back then it was the Levites.
Mm-hmm.
But our kingdom got watered down. So now but they still use that religious pattern, so to speak. Go ahead.
So those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners.
Prisoners, go ahead.
Out of their own land.
Yep. And they were in the land of Samaria, you know, because they were captive under Assyrian, and Judah and Benjamin and Levi were captivity under Babylon, which goes back to, you know, use it. But we are under captain of them damn Cushites, which are the Babylonians. They all Africans, the Hamites and all that. Go ahead.
In the time of Hosea the king.
Yeah, Hosea the king. Let me see if I got and Shalmaneser, he was basically came under Shalmaneser, which that was the first besieging of Samaria, which went into a 3-year period of siege, and then Hosea came, and yeah, but Shalmaneser was one of those the ones that implemented Israel, heathens into Samaria, which was the capital of Israel. And with him, that's why the Most High, and then what he do? He got Levi go in there and try to teach the people. The Most High sent lions up on the heathens, because they can't get it right, But they fled from that land because they fled from the captivity. This is after the King Solomon, which Jeroboam, Rehoboam was two kingdoms, the southern kingdom, northern kingdom, and they split. That's why Yahawashi is King Solomon. That's another reason, because he came to bind them together again. They were split under him after his reign.
That wall of partition, between the tribes. We got split. That's what it's talking about, not the other nations.
Yeah, so the Jew sect was Judah, Benjamin, Levi. It wasn't just only Judah. That's why you find that in Second Kings. So then when the Yahawashi came, he was like, "Hey, these are your brothers. These are the Gentiles that don't know now." Because after so long, you think you're Grecian. You begin just like here in America. They didn't believe they really African Americans and shit. And that comes from two different people and shit. And it said when you set up a king, set up from your own brethren, bloodline. And who are they following now? Trump and all those people. Barak, which is he old now. But the brothers made a video, how he was trying to, say that we Esau and the so-called, the Jewish people, small hats, and the real Israelites. Get the hell out of here, man. He was set up to deceive our people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Along with Trump and everybody else that's over us, man. They ain't for us. Go ahead.
Continuing, through Shalmaneser,
Yeah.
Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria,
King of Syria, yep.
led away captive.
See? He besieged. 3-year besieged, and then Hosea came in. Go ahead.
And he carried them over the waters.
Carried them over the waters. Go ahead.
And so they came into another land.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 41, but they took his counsel among themselves.
They took counsel among themselves, them 10 tribes. Like, hey, we got to get out of here, man. This is not our land. We captive. We ain't nowhere near to Jerusalem as we were. We still remember the customs a little bit. Go ahead.
But they took his counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
The multitude of the heathen, which are the other nations, which was, like we said, implementation of Shalmaneser into Samaria, which was those Cushites and those Ishmaelites, and I think another heathen. I don't know if it was Moab, but it was those heathens. Go ahead.
And go forth into a further country.
Into a further country, man. Go ahead.
Where never mankind dwelt.
That's why they call this a new world, because it was new to them. But they knew Israelites over here by the orders of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. Like I always say, Queen Isabella. I think she was a chick. I think she was a so-called black woman. And a lot of them people that was in Spain and all that, just like King, King England and Spain and all them. We ruled Europe for 1,000 years almost. So, like King James was a so-called black man. I think Queen Isabella might have been, but whatever the case, they knew our pattern. They knew our people knew what was where we was going. Because we probably, we told each other, we talked about it. Yeah, we going to, because they knew about it. Because King Solomon had a navy that came over here to the Americas, man. You know, and have them heathen carrying gold and all, because we was ruling. 40 years King Solomon ruled, man. That was in 900 BC, 990, 970, he ruled 40 years. And then the split came with the Jeroboam and Rehoboam, but they capitalized on our split, they capitalized on division, because Jeroboam they was wondering who was getting the throne after King Solomon. Rehoboam and Jeroboam, and they had a conflict about that. So Jeroboam, they was like, man, we out, man. We ain't gonna listen to Rehoboam, which was of the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. The northern kingdom, so-called Latinos, so-called what you say Native Americans. And that split is shown today right here in America, with music. We try to bind together, but we split. Even in the ghetto neighborhoods, we try at it and say, man, we know we the same. We know we the same people. Let's try at this, and it fails, and then we go back to being divided and all that. But we'll get into it a little bit, man, because the Native Americans, like we said, they helped a lot of black people, so-called Negro, vice versa. When the Negroes are right over here, yeah. Still to this day, they do. And they got children. A lot of our people are mixed with. That's all you heard in the '90s. I'm mixed with Native American. I'm mixed with. Who you mixed with? Black and Native American. Black and Native American. They didn't say no German or Greek, whatever. Now they say it because it even more became divided. Go ahead.
Verse 42, that they might keep their statutes.
Yeah, what statues? What statues they call? Go ahead. Because the Jewish people have no record of this, that they went into a foreign land or a far land and been no man dwell. They didn't know to say that shit. They better not say it's Palestine or one of these places that were Berlin or something like that. Oh, it even says it was a way to go. Euphrates River. Go ahead,
Which they never kept in their own land.
Yeah, because they were dealing with the heathen.
Got cast out of Israel.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So you had that was Shalmaneser the fifth. Ashereth is AKA Babylon. I mean AKA America, which is modern day Babylon. You know, but if you and they went down the Euphrates River. If you know about the Euphrates River, that it links up with the Tigris River, but it ends up in the borderlines of India and all that. Because what did Chris Columbus say? He was trying to find a way to get into India. Because a lot of our people was fleeing, and running into those regions, but they went into the West Africa too. Main parts of the West Africa. So, because what did it say about Deuteronomy? When our enemy come against us, we're gonna go 7 ways. We're gonna just scatter and shit.
That's how it is when
And
12
wherever you
comes.
can, yeah, huh?
Even
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
the
That's what I'm
12 come
saying.
pull up. It'd be
Yeah,
5 Jakes, all of them running different
yeah.
ways.
It'd be a nigga in a different state. Like, man, I just escaped. How did you get there? You don't even know how he got there and shit. Like, I just ran, man. Next thing you know, I'm in New Mexico. I'm in Mexico and shit. So it's not a thing to just be scattered and be in different places, man. You know? But we still know we Israelites. We still know we came from a place. So Christopher Columbus, you can read movies, you can watch movies 1492, know, um, to where he was funded by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, and he knew that in Apocrypha that this was a place to go to find the Israelites. And I'm pretty sure like they had talk, you know. Maybe maybe Queen Isabella was a Jake woman and somebody told her, yeah, we gonna, hey, when these motherfuckers, we gonna get an escape this motherfucker, like slavery and shit. They had different codes and shit. I'm just speaking as a man on that part. But now, and they say, well, we gonna have to get out of here. And they took that route. And that's all the Most High put angels putting in their minds to do so, you know. Because then they came to America, which takes a year and a half to come to America. But like I said, King Solomon during that time he had a navy ship. He had marines and all that, so to speak, to go back and forth to America, you know, and to receive exotic animals and all that, to see exotic animals and all that, you know. Yeah, so little history: Samaria taken by Sargon. We mentioned him, Sargon II, after the 3-year siege by Shalmaneser, you know, the fifth. Shalmaneser placed Sumerians, Israelites, and Assyria. Hosea became servant to Shalmaneser. And that's when he, you know, said the king found conspiracy in Hosea and found him in prison. Jeroboam brought back the worship of the cow. So they were going off, you know. They were going off, man. The northern kingdom. And what did it say in Second Kings? It said the northern kingdom went off, and then Judah also. So that means that the priesthood became corrupt. You know, different oracles of our doing of the southern kingdom became corrupt also, worshiping idols also. Because you find that in the wilderness, those were Levites rebelling against Moses. His own people saying, we ain't gonna do what you say, Moses. We're gonna worship the Queen of Heaven, the golden calf and all that. And then Jeroboam brought it back. You know? The worship of the golden calf back. So so what you had Northern Kingdom over here for a long while. Christopher Columbus knew they were over here. He brought Hebrew. You can find the Lunar Stone in Mexico. It's called the Lunar Stone. Look that up right quick. Right? Lunar Stone? Yeah. Yeah. Show the picture if you can. Yeah. Lunar Stone. All right, make sure it's tied in. Lost Lunar Stone. LOS. Lost Lunar. Right perspective. Yeah. And if you look at it, if you look close, it got Hebrew writing. Paleo Hebrew. Yep, and some of them trying to say it's a hoax, but we know it's not. Yeah, man. After all this, and they didn't. Now they, I don't know what they didn't say that. I just seen it pop when it popped up. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah. See it a little bit. Can you tell? Yeah, I don't know if I can see it, but you can look it up. Yeah, I'll post it on your comment board right now. LOS. Yeah, Los Lunas. Which means done. LOS means done. Lunas. Long scroll, but I'm gonna post it in the comment board right now. So, and then you got a lot of during the Aztec Empire and all that. You had a lot of those Olmecs, which was a mix of African and Jakes, because they got the bus out there, you know. So, you know, our people was always among these nations. They was among the Africans. They was among these other nations. So sometimes you had, you know, this depiction of both the Hamites and both the Israelites. Some of them were Hamites, some of them was Israelites, you know. But you know by the Spirit, and you know by certain dynamics that we are the Israelites, certain regions, dwellings of the ghetto, and different, lifestyles, but ultimately in the spirit, customs. Like they were keeping the custom. Native Americans, they had medicine men. They called it the Holy Spirit, the Great Spirit. And it says if you look up how similar is the Native American language. Look that up too. How similar is the Native American language to Hebrew? And I'll tell you, man. Some of the stuff I already got pulled up.
It says recent scholarly research suggests a possible link between Uto-Aztecan, what you talk about they were discerner of the signs of the time.
Yep, constellation.
They knew the constellations and stuff like that.
And they got a what is that called? They got a calendar.
That's why they did that 2012. That's where they got that from. But that was basically the birth of the start of the so-called white man's fall, his kingdom. That's what they were talking about, not this 2012 shit they put in the movie.
And that's another reason why they trying to corrupt the times and got leap year, because they don't. They know they know they're designed to go down a certain time. It said they can't pass their boundaries, and it talks about there's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time to rule. There's a time for the ruler to go down. Time for one kingdom to go up and one kingdom to go down. So they try to, go ahead.
It says a family of about 30 Native American languages.
30 Native American languages. Go ahead.
And Hebrew.
That's similar. A lot of that the Hebrew, like it sounds like Hebrew, like Choctaw, Kata. Sequoia. I got a little bit more. Sequoia. They got us.
It says.
God, and by the way, God in Hebrew is God, which means a truth. Reuben is Ra'alban, which means I'm slipping in the mind. Not the son of right, but go ahead. I'll come back to you. That's small.
I can go look it up. It says, what is the Native American Hebrew theory? It says Jewish Indian theory, right? Or Hebraic Indian theory, or so-called Jewish American theory, right? They try to say it's a theory, but really, they're Israelites. It's a erroneous idea that some of the lost tribes of Israel have traveled to the Americas, and that all or some of the indigenous peoples of the Americas are of Israelite descent.
Israelite descent. And I was getting mixed up with Benjamin because that son is right. Reuben is son. Is his son. Go ahead. Yeah. They go back to Israel. Go ahead.
Were influenced by still lost Jewish populations, but we were the lost tribe of Israel. That's what the Lord said He came for. Yeah. I'm gonna see what that word erroneous means. But they're trying to say it's not. It says wrong or incorrect. That's what they're trying to say. They're saying that it's a wrong statement that we're saying. They're saying the prophets are saying this in the Google. But when you ask the chat GPT, it said that we're about bringing out the prophecy. GMS.
Yeah.
They know who he is.
And we are, like I said, it's a movie that this cowboy Edomite, so-called, he's saying, you are the lost tribe of Israel to this Native American, so-called Native American. And he said, you are, and he called them Indian instead of Indian. Yeah. Indian. And that's a word play that they, he didn't say Indian, he meant, because he was definitely a Native American. He said, it just ain't so, sir. It just ain't so. No, he's a lot. He just won't accept it.
It just said that they came over here. Yeah. They mean It's erroneous. Why do you say? That's how I think it's how they say. I'm just going to see make sure I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Erroneous.
Yeah, erroneous.
Yeah.
They're saying it's an incorrect statement.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out.
See? But the lost rumors don't actually Mexico. You got the Qadash with their fringes, you know, and it says in the Numbers, was that 37, that the children of Israel should make fringes up on their borders, so that when they see it, they remember the law. You see, Native Americans got fringes. This is fringes right here, man. We got fringes on now, but I'm saying they got real pictures of real Native Americans with fringes on. Yeah. Women too, children. You know they was Israel. I mean, this is in America. So you had those dynamics, man. That's real factual dynamics. There's a book called held in LA. There's a book actually called The 10 Tribes of Israel. And it mentions those things. You know? And these, Jake do stuff according to factual stuff.
I got preset. Just to go with what you were saying, like Jeremiah 12, verse 9, and it reads, "Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird."
Yeah, that means it could be like a so-called white man, so-called Chinese looking, so-called East Indian looking, so-called Ham looking. Go ahead.
Yep. So how much more the Native Americans? They're actually us. The birds round about are against her.
And they have, they always have something called gentrification, and they raping our women. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like I always say, that wasn't on a mass scale how Esau said it. He like, you know what I'm saying? Even when he do his science, he talking about the Earth is 1 billion years old. No, he just over exaggerates shit. That shit did happen, but not on the scale that Esau tells it.
Yeah, because it says more than us than them. So there are tares out there that look like us, but there's not as many as they say there are.
You
So they always under exaggerate when it talks about when they killing us, though. They under exaggerate on that. The birds round about are against her. You know, talking about these other nations coming against Israel.
Yeah, we don't go too deep into that.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, just going into how they slaughtered them.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses.
Yeah, who are the servants? Them. They're really the true servants. And they're upon horses. What is that? Form of power. It's like the cops when you see them. Some of them, when you go to war and those men on horses, that's a form of power. They got that seat right now. The president's seat is a form. That's like on a horse. You sitting on a horse. Horse is like to a seat of power. The seat that the president sit on, or a seat for a king is likened to a rider on his horse. So that's a symbol of power. Go ahead.
And princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Who are the princes? Jacob. Walking the earth. So the ones who brothers and sisters on the company board. Anybody watching, tune in. And so and what did it say going back to that we're gonna have to Esau gonna have to serve us. But right now we're subject to payments, we're serving him, so to speak, But really we're serving the most high because we're doing we gotta fulfill our lot to reconnecting with the most high through servitude. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils, if we was really serving this devil and mental service, we would have to take the MOTB. And when the Most High said, nah, rebel against this devil. Yep. When he come with that bullshit.
Stand in great boldness.
Yep. So now we're the first slave ship arrived at Old Point Copper back in 15, 16, 19. And that's short. That's kind of not too long after the Renaissance, they capitalized on their power in the Renaissance 1300 to 1400, really capitalized on their power. You know,
That was the white line, right?
yeah, the first slave ship. Yeah. As far as
Yeah. You know, I just,
yeah,
because like we were watching that movie, Leading World
yeah,
Behind.
yeah, exactly.
When that big ship came in, it said the
Yes.
white line.
There's so many, but we know it's happened. We know it's first slave ships. Jesus as a slave ship. You know,
So yeah, Jesus and the Barak.
yeah.
That's how that slave ship. Yeah, it was called Jesus and the Barak.
But you had the Renaissance, and you had to capitalize on the power, and it's like it's like the rebuilding of Rome. You know, it's like this is the rebuilding of Rome right here in America, the last leg of Rome. So you had, that's when the slavery happened. You know, and uh, the Native Americans were running from captivity of the Assyrians, man. Because and they equate them with, we're not really Indians, man. Indian means savage. We're not. Our people are not Indians. Even the West Indians, Benjamin West Indians, we're not Indians. But they relate us to that because who are the East Indians? The Syrians. Running from them, fleeing from them, going into even the southern border, down through the Euphrates River into near India and all that. And then Christopher Columbus wanted to get into India because they knew they knew where they were fleeing to, Euphrates path. But guess what? Speaking as a man too, you find out that we in West Africa too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so he's funding a whole war for this. They're everywhere. You know, we got to take. How you think they just? You think we gonna allow them to come up and create weapons to where they overtake us without being funded by an army and shit already? They were funded by the army already. Going back to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. I actually looked that up. King Ferdinand, Queen Isabella funded Columbus, and that goes into Revelation. We can go deep into that, but we want to kind of focus more on some surfacing information about the so-called Native Americans here now in America, on reservations and so forth like that. Go ahead.
It says Fernandez and Isabella are well known for a few things. They funded Christopher Columbus,
They funded Christopher Columbus,
voyage to the New World,
the New World, which is America. Go ahead.
and they were Henry VIII's first father-in-law and mother-in-law.
I think Henry VIII, as far as I know, he was a Jake already. But and that spawns from the Moors too. The Spanish, during Spain and all that. We, like I said, we ruled here for 1,000 years. So you best believe there were Jake in prominent places that were sharing information about our coming over here.
Yep.
You know,
And Esau well knew of it too. Because Africanus, that's an Edomite. That's a Roman Edomite who named that place Africa.
Yeah, exactly.
So they knew, like,
that's what I'm saying. And that's I'm glad you brought up because the colonization of Africa already happened.
Yeah, man.
Because with even going back to the Greeks, Alexandria, Egypt.
Yep.
So they were already taking over. So a lot of Judites and Benjamites and Levites was already to Babylon and even parts of Egypt, to where You know, they were worried. Now they got a lot of that conquering going on. They chasing the Northern Kingdom now and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then when they came over here to the Northern Kingdom, over here in America, they faced the Native Americans. They thought they would just bow down, but they thought they found out they was bold and they were skillful at war. And it says that in Genesis, they were skillful at war. Gadites and the Reubenites and all that. Mm-hmm. So they be like, damn, we got to come up with another plan. We got to
compromise.
Well, yeah, they got compromise. They got to negotiate, buy time, and they came out with the Gatling gun. You know, Richard Gatling.
Even when they took down Rome in 70 AD, they didn't just take that down overnight, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It took a long time to take us down. Even during even without the Lord, we still fierce warriors.
Yeah. That's why they had every time we come up. I mean, when they take our place, they gotta include our table, so to speak. They have us at the table because they know the real rulership comes from us. Just like the time of the Maccabees. Mm-hmm. The Maccabees revolt, man.
Yeah, Judas Maccabee throughout the land. Yeah. As you know, he was tearing shit up, man. Yeah. They feared Jake back then. The other day, he was nothing, man.
But still, I mean, same shit. They have this Roman Empire. They use Martin Luther King. They use it on spiritual things. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and shit. To guide the Negro influence and shit. Man. They use the woman. And they use the woman. And they always use those dynamics. You know? Like they used the woman against Samson. The Philistines. Which was those same Africans and shit. But who's our main enemy now? Esau. So Esau, he's wiser than Daniel. He became wiser than Daniel. Most High did that. But he know about our history of us falling by the woman.
Yeah, he's wiser than Daniel, but he don't got the spirit. So
yeah, one of them.
He's not gonna overcome the spirit.
One of the main history points, even when dealing with the Native Americans, is Pocahontas.
You know, trying to make little Disney Channel movies and shit.
Yeah, she sold herself. She sold herself to the. That's what I read. She sold herself to the so-called white man and was on his side, wanted to marry into them. You know, and they said like, damn, you know, my daughter going, yeah, well we ain't for that shit.
That's typical Israelite women. You know, they want the bad. You know, but that so, they're the weaker vessel.
But we making a point that even when we were in our, we knew who we were, and like we read about, you had a lot of our people selling out, especially our women. Part of the curse was that. So that kind of watered us down too, along with the colonization, along with them beating us down and all that. The women, played a part in that too. So where we at now? We just talked about. And then they had the Spanish conquistadors conquered, these southern, the South Americas and California and all that. And then they had the gold rush and all that. So the Spanish and the French, that's part of the beast coming to get us.
Yep.
The French, yeah, the French, the Spanish, the fucking Britons. Oh, we got to mention that too. That the Britons, that when they conquered us and shit, they were still using us as a forefront for their war. So when the British colonies came over here, guess who they used for to come over here? Look up that right quick. How many blacks was in Britain during the American Revolution? How many?
So,
how many
British
fought,
Army?
How many? Yeah, how many fought in the British Army? British American Revolution.
20,000
in the army, right?
Yeah.
Fought in the British Army.
Yeah.
Oh, the Black Royals. Look that up right quick. The Black Royals of the British Army. They called them Black Royals.
really, we the British. That's keeper of the covenant.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. Keeper of the
That's what it
covenant.
means.
That goes back to us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And we're gonna find out something right
So Black Royals,
now. British Army.
right? What's the first Black Royals It's, I just what it is. Black Royals.
Black Royals British.
I did see something a little bit, but it didn't. Oh, it said Black Loyalists.
Yeah, Loyal. My bad.
Black Loyalists.
I got Royal mixed up with Loyal. Loyalists. There
Black
you go.
Loyalists. So-called Black people.
So-called Black people. Go ahead.
Were people of African descent, which they weren't. They were Israelites.
They were Israelites. Go
Right?
ahead.
Who sided with Loyalists during the American Revolutionary
Sided
War.
with Loyalists. That was part of the Britain Army, man. Now look up Jamaicans in the Britain Army. See what we get. I can look it up too. Let me believe this right here. We coming up with Queen Charlotte, which was a black woman of England and Ireland, was a black royal and the wife of King George III.
You know, Jamaica.
Jamaicans in the British Army.
Jamaicans is the Benjamites.
Yeah. So-called Jamaicans. Jamaicans have served in the British military in both World War I and World War II. Who knew that?
Never said that. Never said
so,
that ever.
So they had blacks, they had Judah and Benjamin in the British Army.
And that would make sense because we're under the curses. Who had to be dying in the war?
And we're under curses. Not only that, I looked up, was Haitians in there? They said no, they was fighting with Americans. Because they brought the priests, Levites over here. You know what I'm saying? Just like they did in the old time during Shalmaneser, they always used the priesthood to calm Jake down, like these fucking ass corrupted priesthood, corrupted shepherds of Al Sharpton and all that, Martin Luther King. They were supposed to be our priests. But back then, they was really the Levites. So they wasn't part of this army. And look, they was probably exempt from the army because, hey, we priests. We don't fight wars. But they used Benjamin and Benjamin and Judah. And guess who they made them fight? The Native Americans that was over here. That was gearing up for war. So that, like we said, when the British colony came over here, how can Britain fight Britain? America wasn't called America before all this shit. They came over here to colonize as Britons, and then they gonna fight Britain. They gonna fight the Britons. No, they use Gadites, and Reubenites, and Israelites, the Seminole Indians. They use them to fight Jake, to fight Judites and Benjamites.
Yeah, because
that's front line.
That's what they do today with the Bloods and the Crips. That's what they do today with the Bloods and the Crips, trying to get us to destroy each other.
Not only that, they got black gangs and they got Latino gangs. They got the Latin Kings and all that. They got the MS-13s and all that.
The Gangster Disciples, all that, man. All these people, they set up these different sects to come against each other. They don't want us to run together. They don't want the 12 tribes to.
So that was another step to divide and conquer, man. Make us fight against each other again. They ain't fighting this shit. They making us fight. And then when they win the war, you know, because they had a lot of, by that time they had a lot of Judites over here already. You know what I'm saying?
And it makes me think about it, Elder, because we know reincarnation. The fact that we're doing the spiritual work of the war right now. Some of these stories that we read about, we was there together. We was a family union. We was there together in those battles. Some of the battles we actually was there together, like struggling together, man.
Like the Spartans.
Yeah, man. Like we was really there.
And then they be laughing under their shield. Yeah. And then we probably was at war and like, brother. And then not only that, we know about reincarnation. Like, brother, I'll see you. I'll see you on the other side. And this time, we We saying, brother, I see you in the kingdom, no matter what it is.
You know what I mean?
Fuck you, devil. You come for us, we're going to say the same shit.
Same stuff. I see you
I'm
on
going to
the
see you in
other
the
side,
kingdom,
huh?
brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we know about reincarnation. And we know about these devils. You know?
Some of these stories, we were those men fighting in the battles, man. Maybe we weren't mentioned. Who cares?
Yeah, the Spartans.
All for the glory of
They showed that one scene of the Spartans, if y'all seen the 300. He was talking to them while they were in war and shit. Hey, they weak men. They don't know nothing about war and all that.
Yeah.
So you whine and dine. War hyped us up. Most he's the Lord of Lord is a man of war. So we got hype when it came to war. Like,
he'd be like, I'll get you that wine tonight to dine with your wife when we get done.
Yeah, like
before the war,
you know what I'm saying?
trumpets and all this stuff.
And you know how the guy that, because we have trumpet in, the guy that, you know how they dress with the feathers and fringes.
Yeah, it wasn't no game, man.
But then if we lose, we'd be like, somebody was doing some wicked shit. Because the Most High ain't with us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's an account of that. I forget what but he said who sinned. Like
Jonah in the fish in the belly.
Yep.
He was belly of the fish.
Yep,
He was on that ship. Was like, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
They kept mentioning
That was another.
I know what you talking about. He went. He wasn't supposed to take something back from battle, and he took it.
Yeah.
So they lost it.
Well, that was when he put on the Babylonian garment.
Yep, he took that. And he said he wasn't supposed to take it. He got put to death for that. And that's how our 2/3 are today. They putting on that Babylonian garment while we at war. We at war right now. They out there put on the Babylonian garment. They got to get put to death for that.
They celebrate ThanksKilling.
Yeah, ThanksKilling right now. Yeah, you got to get put to death for that.
That's putting on that Babylonian garment.
You know what I'm saying? That's spiritual. It's all happening over again. It's all coming back. Everything's happening the same way. It's the same thing.
The scalping and shit. Them calling them Redskins was a scalping. That's why when the Cowboys went against the Redskins, the Native Americans was like, nah, we ain't want that team no more to be called that. That's a mockery to the bloodshed of our people.
They always advertise that game on Thursday, Thanksgiving night.
And that's the American team, the Cowboys. And if you turn it around, it's a fucking Baphomet, man.
It's a mockery.
It's a Baphomet, man. They worship the devil.
And you got Esau. He said Cowboy was Israel. Mostly it was basically Jake versus Jake. They wasn't even fighting. They had us. They had us in division, man. They had us fighting each other just like they doing today. That's what we tell Jake. You gotta come back to your heritage, man. They gonna get you to do the same thing, man.
They get over here, conquer, and then the British were no longer Britons, were Americans. But when the war was going on, the Britons were us fighting the
Native Americans. They thought that they was fighting the right cause, and at the same time they were doing that, you got the British mandate, 2 million British soldiers, and they was probably Jake too, going over there and helping the damn Amalekites in Israel. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's why I said we surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Our own people
selling us
form most of this damn shit that we see today, man.
That's why you gotta watch these camps, because they selling out for this devil too. They getting paid the bag too.
Even Constantine was a Jake. He set up these laws and stuff, man.
It was, that a lot of that during the Byzantine Empire was implemented with paganistic worship.
And that's these watered down churches. That's what they're doing. They're worshiping paganism. Talking about Jesus was born on the 25th. What the hell y'all talking about, man?
In the wintertime, but he's out there in the in the manger.
But it's wintertime. And it ain't ironic that they do Thanksgiving on the 25th, and then usually, but now they fucked up the time, so now it's 3 days. They 3 days late. They're late now. Then you got December 25th, Christmas. They do that on purpose, man. And it was called Saturnalia in Rome. It was a worship of Saturnalia. It was a 4-month period. That's why you got October, November, December, all worshiping what? Death. All it's just demonic, man. You got September 11th. September is that 4th one. Worshiping death. Because they destroyed their own shit.
Like I said, when they do it Christmas, well, back in the Bible, Jeremiah, it was cutting down real life trees and worshiping That's death.
You want me to pull it up?
Cut life.
You want me to pull it up? Jeremiah 10?
Yeah, you can.
You know, we just get the
It's
scripture.
not Christmas, but hey, it might as well be.
Shoot, we just seen Christmas lights already out. Mm-hmm. We saw them out in October. I seen some Christmas lights out in October. Yep. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Oh, wait. Yep. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord.
Thus said the Lord.
Yahawah, Bahasham, on the side. Yep.
This has come from the heavens. This orders from the heavens. The one who made heavens and earth. And he said that for a reason. Because y'all ain't on the Most High's level, man.
Nope.
You know? All flesh is just grass to him, man.
Yeah. So the earth is his footstool. You can't believe and not believe at the same time. You can't just say, I believe halfway. No. There ain't no halfway. Just like when you go to job, you can't do no half-ass job. Or you ain't gonna have no goddamn job.
You gotta be 100%.
You gotta be 100. 100, man.
Go ahead.
144. Learn not the way of the heathen.
The heathen. Who are the heathen? Everybody but Israel. And the main heathen is Edom. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one that's not going to even exist.
And go to these other countries and see what they fucking do. Moab eating over there, eating lamb, lobster, lizards, cats, rats, dogs, rats. And then
woman that down the street for all the Americans that want to go, down the street for all the Americans down there, they got McDonald's. They have McDonald's over there.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
They eat squid and all that shit.
They even showed Trump. This nigga was selling some goddamn fries at the McDay days. Okay, they just showed them motherfuckers selling that shit.
You go to Africa, they catch mosquitoes out the air and eat them. Monkeys. Yep, monkeys. Yep. Okay.
That is the way of the heathen. Yep. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yeah, like the sun, the moon, and stars. The solar eclipse, the blood moon.
Or his prophet standing on the street.
Yep. That's a sign of heaven too.
Yep. If you ain't seeing it, you looking at this, you dismayed at this, and you like confused about it. That's the way of the heathen. Yeah. Our people know that this is prophecy right here. But the heathen are dismayed at
and they lie about it because they say, well, it's a super moon, so that means it's gonna be, a mediator, or what I'm saying, to scare the people, like it's gonna completely obliterate the earth.
Yeah.
And then now everybody think that the earth is gonna be, Most High said the earth abideth forever. Devils, man.
Yeah, that's what they tried to do in 2012. They said stockpile, get everything ready, do everything you got to do, get all your stuff. That's what they've been doing the whole time. COVID, everything, all the toilet paper gone. Like, damn, Jake can't even wipe his booty and shit. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Well, the heathen are dismayed at them. Yeah. But even that time, Jake has some toilet paper. He always got it. The Lord take care of his business.
They're gonna be ass out. That's what it is. Go
ahead. Hey! Go ahead. Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain.
They're vain. What is one of the customs going to mention this? Go ahead.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
They cut a tree out of the forest, and Jake be like, well, they ain't talking about that because he see them fake ass trees. No, there's people still cutting down real trees out of the forest. Yep. Go ahead. And that's what, part of that. Go ahead.
A work of the hands of the axeman.
Because what they can do is the workman.
Yes, like
it's gonna say what he's gonna do. Go ahead. With the axe.
Right? So every Israelite out here, you celebrate Christmas. These works that you're doing are in vain.
And that's how simple Jake is. I didn't cut this down by axe. I bought it at Walmart. Now, we talking about the origin of where this came from.
Yeah, but it even says that in the Apocrypha, things will get weaker through age. So that's why you got your plastic ass trees. You get your plastic ass trees, plastic ass food,
water in a plastic bottle,
water in plastic bottle. Your whole nation is plastic.
So women plastic.
Yeah, your woman plastic got teeth,
plastic surgery, plastic BBLs and
booties,
shit,
fake lips, everything, fake lips.
But where did it come from? Origin from?
Yeah,
but they're trying to be like somebody.
Yeah, you're gonna find out a nuclear missile can melt metal, so the plastic is gonna be even easier.
Yeah. That's why them bitches are melting out there. Yeah, I can't get out in the sun with y'all. I got big makeup like this. By the time that shit dissolved, she looked like she went from looking like
plastic
a model to Whoopi Goldberg.
The plastic titties stay out in the heat too long, start drooping and shit.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold.
That's another dissolving because they don't got no gold and silver no more, but they used to.
And the Lord is being funny with it now. Yeah. I seen the other day, you got a BBL preacher. A BBL preacher. She's like, I'm a goddess.
Guess what it might develop into? BBL church.
Yeah, a whole BBL church, a whole
a BBL city, and then a BBL. And it just gets worse and worse. Oh, here's it. Yeah, oh, here's it. When you think nothing can get worse, it gets worse, man. Don't ask for nothing worse and shit. Look at all these places. It's hardly like
Caters to the woman.
Yeah, it caters to the world and the women and everything.
That's why the Lord said, don't worry about the multitude that perish. You got to worry about the ones who receive salvation. We the ones looking for the elect out here to show them, like, come on, man, you don't see this. You don't see this madness. You don't see this madness going on in the earth, man. You know this isn't the way we do things. But Jake got morals. Jake got a spirit in him, man. Got a conscience. Got a conscience, man. Come on, man. Oh, you ain't doing nothing right. Verse 4 continuing. They fasten it with nails and with hammers.
And they do that. You know? They do that. From the foot to the head.
And right after the day, that's the spirit that the whole place finna be in. Jingle bells all the way for you, motherfuckers.
Everything about that shit. Flying reindeers, like, y'all gonna make us, like, believe that y'all on some level and y'all see that's the baseness.
Like you believe in flying reindeers, and then soon we talk about a chariot, the so-called UFO. Oh, we somebody. We talking about a fucking flying reindeer with a red nose in the front of it. You know
and a reindeer with a really red glowing nose and shit. Like,
and you know they really mocking Israel because it's 12 reindeers. And the one that got the nose on it, that's talking about Judah. Got Esau whipping them because we in slavery and shit, man. They're making fun of us.
God or Yahawashi.
Yeah, they're fucking making fun of us.
And he got big black boots. And he know what they say that Christmas song. He knows that you've been naughty and nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you know about
So if you're a Gadite, a so-called Native American here in America, Babylon the Great, in 2024, and you got a fucking tree in your house, and you got your kids opening up presents, you look like a fucking asshole.
But it goes back to Guadalupe too. All those gods.
You just look like an asshole to the Lord. You asshole. You gotta know what they're fucking mocking you, man. Don't do this. It make the Lord turn them to anger, man. That's why we're in captivity today.
Hey, let me look up powwow right quick.
Fine.
Powwow. Powwow is a social gathering where Native Americans and First Nations communities celebrate their culture through singing, dancing, and ceremonies. Powwows can be held in a variety of settings, including small town, big city. What to expect? You can expect to see singers. See, that's what Jake do. They turn everything to dancing and singing. That's why the Most High said, "I would not smell your salt."
They even got the sweat lockers. Definitely don't want to go over there. It's smelly over there. You know that stuff is all. You know that's all us turning away from the Lord. That's not our customs like that, man. Those are the ones that Esau allowed them to set up because that's what Northern Tribe did. They went and worshiped a lot of false gods.
Yeah, they did. That's why I said that Jeroboam, where the scriptures say Jeroboam going back to bringing back the worship of the cow.
Of the calves, man.
You know,
they had a lot of different false gods,
Molech and all that. Yeah, and then when you think about it, all the protests ends up in a barbecue or something, or wieners sold on the side and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. They talking about festivities. Bring your own chairs. Don't sit in someone's blanket unless invited. A damn picnic and shit. Powwow is supposed to be like, hey, this is what we went through. Bloodshed. Yeah. They called us the red man, and they're really the red man.
This is not our rest. We're supposed to be in a state of mourning because we are bearing the indignation of the Lord right now. And wait for him to plead our cause for what we did to him. We might receive mercy, but wait, maybe we do die in faith. Either way, it wasn't as much as we didn't get as much punishment as we should have. We should have got punished more than we got.
We should have got put to death. We ain't even supposed to be able to return back to the Most High.
At all.
But he had mercy upon us.
At all, man.
And it says, look, powwow comes from the Narragansett word powwow, which means spiritual leader. And what did we just read? That our priesthood had turned to get that. Our priesthood have turned to something. Turned to wickedness, paraphrasing. It'll pop up though. And then we read that they came over here and keep their laws and statutes.
They didn't keep
They
it
didn't keep it. They didn't keep it in their own land. So they had spiritual leaders set up, but they went off. Now it's turned into a corrupt powwow, or just for play and shit, just for kids to have fun and eat candy and sell goods and shit. God.
Both prophet and priest are profane. My house I found in wickedness.
That's one too.
Yeah.
Quote the scripture.
Jeremiah 23:11. For both prophet and priest are profane.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my house have I found their wickedness.
Yeah.
Said the Lord Yahawah
In his house. That's why he said he's going to start at his house on his judgment.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 8. The priest said not, where is the Lord? And they that handle the law knew me not.
So who was the head of the law? Who did we have to go to? Priesthood. Who did he give the laws to Moses? You know, to give to Israel. Who were the first oracles, the portion of Most High? You know, Judah. And, you know, they had their offices. You know, the Levites, priesthood. Judah the head. You know, Benjamin the son of the right. They all had a core orchestration and the setup of you know, how Israel was supposed to live as a family. Because when you unclean, you got to take yourself to the Levites.
Yep.
When you do wrong, take yourself to the Levites. Now it's like, you know, we all scattered, no order. Now we becoming Most High is bringing the elect through king and priestly hood. That's why he made Yahawashi, which is a Judite, an everlasting priesthood.
Yeah, like you said, like I said, Moses spake nothing concerning the priesthood in the book of Hebrews. And that's talking about now everybody who's an Israelite as a man, you can be eligible to be a priest. You know, it's our obligation to be a living sacrifice. You know? We know not every Jake's gonna do it. But you know, if the Lord calls you, you're gonna do it.
The harvest is truly plenty, the labors are few.
Yeah. You're gonna do it.
So you know, even them so-called Native Americans, like, you don't see a gang of like feathered friend type of looking Native Americans on the front line, but they are Native Americans, so-called Native Americans. Somebody that looked like Snoop Dogg, somebody that looked like Chuck Berry. You know what I'm saying? So
And he said he prayed, and he said that you know, the Lord sprang out of Judah. So we know it's a seed line.
yeah, exactly.
Judah's a seed line. You can't spring out of Judah. And when you look
And
at that word spring, it talk about sperm.
And that don't mean because yeah. And what he was telling what he's telling the Pharisees and say, he was telling them to do the laws of Moses. He's like, what did he say to that woman? He said, sin no more, because it's adultery. Sin is adultery. Sin is a transgression of law. If that was the case, he wouldn't have told that woman to sin no more. Because what is sin? How can you understand sin without understanding the law? And Paul said that he wouldn't have known this unless he knew not to do it, unless the law said don't do that. So, you know, even the Native Americans had a system of doing right, trying to keep the laws and, you know, not to mess over your neighbor. That's why the Edomites use that against them. The Edomites use spiritual things against us, you know. But this time he became base, right? He's dwelling in his power. So that's why he's going to use that MOTB, something physical, because that spiritual shit ain't working no more. We're waking up to that shit. So he's going to be like, well, now they know I gotta physically control
In the courthouse, over here in Tulsa, in Oklahoma, a woman came up there and they had her pray to the goddess of, she said Medusa. She prayed to Medusa and a couple other ones, like the goddess of, it was something like unexplainable, like it was like hidden terror. She was praying to these gods at the courthouse. disappeared. You know, they're seeking their familiar wizards and spirits as it says in Isaiah 19:3. That's what they're doing right now. Because they know that Yahawashi is going with some spiritual power here. They know he's going to come.
They know it's already here though.
They know, because we're here.
And the chariots, you know, the angels are watching, and they know that.
That's why.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, that's why they don't want us to be really removed, because they know once we're removed, we're done.
It's like the apostles always say, we're the greatness of America. If we leave, America falls. You know. But they got Gadites. We'll start to close out, but they got Gadites on reservations. They didn't give them no reparation. And they talking about, how can you tell those people to leave when they were way here before you? And you know, Esau. It said, I think one Native American, he said, so-called Native American, he said Esau then lost the structures of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So he said before the Esau came, they could drink out of rivers. They could. They was trying to keep the land Sabbath. They
was trying to do everything. Like I said,
they were cultivating the land.
Yeah, they was trying to have a fresh start.
Yeah, but they taught Esau how to do that. Because Esau didn't know where to start when he came over here. But now they got this. Now they got the industrial land built and all these computer dynamics. They be like like they so advanced. Like and y'all and they like our shit was caveman shit. Like drinking from the wells of the water was caveman shit. That was better than this fake ass water system that y'all got going on with this shit, man. Fluoride in the water, poison in the water. The fish don't like even being in the water no more. I'd rather be on land and shit. Suicide and shit. It's suicide like a motherfucker. But you know,
they won't even let me post on your comment board, Elder.
Yeah.
These demons won't let me post that stone you were talking about. I literally tried to post like 4 times. I don't see it popping on yours, but it's popping up on mine.
We need to go to a powwow too.
We will.
Just to be present, but it popped up. Okay, see, he has powwow.
November 16th.
It already passed.
All right.
You know,
we got another thing.
We got the fringes. That's biblical. Y'all probably can't see it. But that's biblical. What else? During the American Revolutionary Wars, 2-period war. There was Red River War, Choctaw War, whatever the
Trail of Tears.
Trail of Tears. When they made Native Americans walk from Florida to Oklahoma.
Then they gave
some of them died along the way because they didn't have enough food and all that water.
And they gave them blankets that had smallpox in them.
Gave them blankets with smallpox, you know, and they made them freeze in the cold and shit. You know, every time I wake up and take a shower, think about that shit, man.
Yep. So now, all you Native Americans out there, you ain't out here standing in the cold with us. That's a problem with Yahawashi and Rawchaa. That's a problem.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Because we're coming into the kingdom now.
You know, and that's more than just the native. It's all Israel.
Yeah.
Any Israelite, not just Native American. We just dealing with the Native Americans because you know they're the ones who they really dealt with. They really dealt with massacres and stuff. And like you were saying, like without us, this place would be through. I got an Edomite. He came online and made a video. I haven't even watched it yet, but he was like, his whole title was "Without the blacks, America would die." Okay, who do you think made the port? Who do you think made the street lights? Who do you think made the railing system so you can move your product? That was Jake.
Open heart surgery.
Open heart surgery.
Telephone, the cell phone, the internet.
Oh man, that all come from us. Sanitary products.
Yeah.
And the Lord said He would not give His glory unto another. He did make sure stuff like that happened like the internet. So what? So when the truth came out, you know it all came from Jake, man. It ain't come from Esau. He's not going to give us the truth. His job is to give us
There's such thing as Jake scientists, man. Don't be fooled, man.
Yeah, don't be fooled.
You know? And they probably helped a lot of these German scientists and shit. But don't forget, there's such thing as the Black Germans, Afro-Germans, and we have presence there. Not only that, but they use us in the war. Like I said, you can watch the Red Tails. It's just a So they use us.
Gave them to
Yeah, gave them to us. Philadelphia experiment and all that. I mean,
That was some curses.
syphilis experiment.
That was some
That's some
curses.
curses, yeah.
You know, he said it was things that were claimed to us that not even written in the book.
Yeah.
You know? That's how you know it's all covered. Everything that's coming out here, that's out here, is in this book. Everything.
And remember how they said they try to keep the laws. But does Thanksgiving got anything to do with the Most High's laws?
Nothing.
Tell me where anything like you separate when you go and eat your food and all that, and you chill with your family. Are they discussing Bible scriptures?
Nope.
No.
They
Yeah.
just eating. Y'all do a little
Trying to
prayer.
get a second, third place. Your cousin, blinding cousin, trying to get a third, fourth
Yeah,
place.
y'all do a little prayer. Woman in there, you know, some of them committed adultery. Y'all just do the little prayer, act like y'all love the Lord. Y'all go to the back, y'all gonna start smoking weed, get high as hell, start drinking like a motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? And we know ain't nothing wrong with drinking. Like, ain't nothing wrong if you want to drink or something, but it's the spirit.
We're gonna get that scripture.
It's the spirit of it, man.
I would not smell in your Solomon Symphonies, King James Version.
It's the spirit of that shit, man.
Isaiah 5:21. I despise your feast days. This is the feast day. Jake's about to get fat in the month and eat pork, swine, all that sugar, lemon cake, coconut cake, pecan pie, damn sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, all that shit. Yeah, upside down cake, y'all upside down.
honey glazed ham,
Yeah,
pineapple.
and you know what? That they were calling the butterball turkey because Edomites been fucking the turkeys, man.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, they been fucking them hoes. That's what I was trying to call to my media family. Like, hey, you better not cook none of them butterballs. You better get something else.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, and one of them said like, you don't think that he's like, you know, like, there's millions of those turkeys. How you think that they did that? I was like, I don't even want to know because Esau got some machines. He could have did it.
Yeah, the same way they implemented that law, and everybody was following suit about that COVID and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody had it. It's as simple as that. Like,
man.
His devices.
Yeah. Your ass better get off that butterball, Jake.
Those are the main turkeys they eat. The little celebrities, rappers, they always pass out the butterball.
Yeah, man.
And then even if they wasn't doing all turkeys like that, why even take the risk?
Yeah, why even take the risk? You eat somebody could have jizzed on and shit.
Yeah.
Like just put the goddamn turkey down, Jake.
It says, I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings. Yeah, now they're using swine for a meat offering.
Yeah, that's an offering. Whenever you pray to the Lord, you got a big ass piece. That's you thinking that offering is being accepted by the Lord. But these customs are ancient laws, man.
It's in the garbage is supposed to help the father.
Yep. Yeah, you going up to them and you giving them a bunch of trash, man. Just like a pain gave him some fruit. He was like, you don't want this shit. Look at this.
I need something authentic, real.
I need the first of your flock that has blood in it. You need the first of your flock. That's why Yahawah, he was the first of the fruits.
And then you need
unblemished. Yeah, Yahawah, man. What your goddamn fucking fruit roll
They get it from Esau. They don't know what Esau been doing to this shit.
Yeah, man.
And we know eat our bread and powder among the heathen. But shit, we can help it.
Yeah.
Doing shit.
If we see in the news they jizzing on shit, we're gonna put that shit up. We're not gonna use that. And even on this day, we ain't eating like that anyways. You know, we gonna mess around and go one of these Iscarites little burrito shops, get us a burrito or some shit in this bitch. Celebrate this shit.
Go ahead.
I'm about to say this is the true brand right here. Right now. This is the beast right here.
Yeah.
Keep your life simple, like the apostles and elders always say. Keep your life simple, Jake. I'm probably trying to be like, I'm gonna try different foods, and I'm all you can eat buffet, and you go to these big ass restaurants and shit, and then you try to try to get rich.
Man.
Before you're dying, you try to get all the money. I'll do the MOTB too, because I got gotta get all our
Jake wasn't like us. We burrito, turkey cheese sandwich, turkey cheese egg
We
sandwich,
don't need much, man.
rice sometimes every now and then, and the beans a little different. Okay, that's about all we mess
We
with.
don't need
Everything
Jake.
else,
Jake don't need much. Jake,
everything else,
especially if
is the
Jake's in the right mind, he don't need much.
everything else is the same. Like we're doing the same thing every day. Just plain man and children.
Not big ass mansions, hallways, big ass. They had a big event, banquets and shit.
Yeah, the Lord
What
said,
did Esther? He had to go to the banquet. The seniors, kings and shit. Like those big kings always, the king, the people that have money and the kings always have banquets and shit. What you saying up?
I'm about to say, the Lord said, messing up with many matters.
Yeah. It says, though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. And women are becoming fat beasts and shit by eating fat beasts. So he ain't gonna. You think, hey, you better have a deal. If you sincere with the Lord, you better be hoping for a spiritual delivery. Because if it was something physical, they wouldn't be able to carry your ass out of here. You're like, hey, skip them. They look down, skip them. Drones and shit, helicopters.
Might be
You
that
have to have a different body to go up in them chariots.
This might be that last Thanksgiving anyway. Do a total makeover.
Yeah.
We looking for a total makeover shit. We ain't perfect either shit. Looking for a total makeover.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta be purged both ways. You gotta try to be purged by, eating better and becoming a better person, as far as you can become, but spiritually too, more so. It says, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, because they always want to sing and shit. Everybody got a damn singing, even with these churches and shit. Everybody want to, sing their way through all the ceremonial events and shit.
But they want to post it though. They want to put it on TikTok. They want to
Yeah.
show
Like
their
you were
followers.
saying,
like you were saying that one day you said, it's over when the fat lady sings.
Yep.
That's gonna be them missiles.
Yep. This is gonna be whistling and shit, singing and shit. Everything gonna sound. What did the psalm he said? Everything was praising the Most High. The ground, the snowflakes, the trees celebrate. The sun and the moon and the stars. The sun can't even shine because of this global warming. You know what I'm saying? We saw trying to, he causing global warming and shit like that. He causing the ocean
And really, Jake,
pollution in the ocean and shit.
what makes you feel like this stuff is really cold out here is when you don't be out here. Like when you just stay your ass inside all day and you don't go out regularly, then you're gonna feel like this shit really cold out here. It really ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Once you really put yourself in the wilderness, it really ain't that bad out here, man. It's all whether you got Yahawah, Yahawashi.
It's like you stand under them blankets and sheets and shit.
Just,
And you ain't used to,
Yeah.
like we said, hey, a lot of these camps gonna disappear in the cold, man.
Yep. You got to find out that the house is not out there; it's in here.
Yep.
The house can be anywhere.
Yep.
This faith.
Shit,
The house is not inside, man.
the Native Americans, just one form of it.
What the Kendrick Lamar said, he said, "We outside, hey." You know what I mean? They not like us. Who they talking about? Talking about Israelites, man. They talking about us.
Because if this was against drink, that's partly Jewish and
He called him a colonizer. You know what this is? He's trying to sue him. Yeah, he called him a colonizer, man. We know what you're talking about. Yeah, Jay trying to sue him because he's an Edomite. That's what they do. They sue people whenever they get hurt. They get butt hurt. You gotta just take somebody, you gotta take Jake's money. That's all you can do is slander us. You can't take the truth away. Exactly. Yeah, you bimbo. Talking about some suing and shit. This is an Edomite shit. Niggas weak.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy song. I will not hear the melody of thy vows, man. Most High don't want none part of it. And even in the powwow, they chant and all that, And it's a beautiful thing to see. You know, Gad out there and they got their, feather hats, feather,
Yeah,
and the fringes, and they do their dance.
yeah.
One of those award dances. They use award dance, man.
Like, go out there with some
Yeah, we
gems.
used to get hype for war. We used to do award dance. We
Go out
ready.
there with some gems. You know, let's throw a couple of gems. Qadash, you know.
They said that you can read in some books too. They said they used to be scared of the North American Indians because they have faces like lions, man. And they was whipping Esau's ass until the Gatling gun and different things came along, allies and stuff like that. But you know, hey man, and even in Long Ranger, old show, they had Jake, Northern Kingdom Jake, playing Tonto, and Tonto means dumb and stupid. So they was mocking him all while he was on that show.
You know the Qadash mean the truth, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, truth. They the truth, man. You know, they're about war. You know,
Reubenites too.
yeah. About war, man.
You know, all Israel. King David, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we were made, but they watered Israel down, man. That's why if you watch Barry Mahart and Wounded Knee and a lot of these other movies, they'll show the heavy colonization. Not only that, the heavy act of pushing them into conformity by taking their customs away, you know, and making them learn their education. So, you know,
I tell you, man, these Jesus peace people, they gonna find out the Lord ain't about peace, man. They gonna find out.
hey, he said he come not to send peace.
He did not come to send peace, but sword. So all y'all Jesus pieces, you gonna get left in pieces.
Yeah, big and small. I got my Jesus piece. That Jesus piece ain't gonna protect you and shit. Boy, you know what I'm saying?
You better off buying one of these $2 gems we
I
got.
just found out he was a Benjamite, man. Big and small.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey, man, y'all can look up some history, man. We'll go into it again, you know, soon. We love our, you know, Galate brother, I mean, in the truth, but overall, we love our people, you know, but they're gonna have to learn, and that learning is burning and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, especially the brothers in the truth, you know, all the tribes, but, you know, we love the Galate tribe, you know, the rest of our brothers, you know, and, most I'm willing to get out of here soon, and it was edifying. You know, I love talking about our history, man. I love talking about who we are as a people because we got so much ghetto culture, even on the 2/3 side. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even just black culture and shit. We got culture and shit. I was all into that shit, man. Like, I was happy as hell, man. Got magazine flavor and all that. Hype, you know, flavor. You got, you know, public enemy getting motherfuckers hype and shit. Hype the power. Hype the power that beat. You know, now we at the end of this thing, but it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna get pumped up again. Y'all calling us boring and shit. All you want to, but it's gonna get hype again.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hype again. They're gonna make this a whole thing of entertainment.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be Babylon all over again. Y'all gonna find out.
Tony Tiger,
It's gonna
motherfucker.
be it's gonna be a different level of confusion out here. Where you gonna have to be, hey, part of the fun or not. Hey, what they say? The Diddy party, don't say no. When Diddy has to go to a party, Diddy likes to party. America likes to party. You gotta say no. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they might call you a party. What they call them? Party poopers. They call you know what I'm saying?
Well,
but they survived. They ain't a part of the Diddy shit.
Yep, all party poopers are gonna get the last laugh. Y'all niggas get pooped on. These missiles.
And that's gonna be fiery shit. Shit of fiery. Nah, I don't want to say that. It'll be detrimental to your life.
Yep. For those who hate the prophets, the Lord hates you. You hate the prophets, the Lord hates you. Any of us. You know?
And then King David, he said, I hate them that hate you, Most High. Yahawashi. We hate who the Most High hates.
He said to Ezekiel, he made his face stronger than their faces. You ain't gonna see us buckle and fold.
So
We got our loins girded up over here.
I see some heavy Native American so-called Native Americans coming to the tree when they fall down because they on reservations, man. And that reservation is like that's poverty. They on medicine, they on pills, they on alcohol. They got casinos by them where they just losing shit and spending all their money and coins and fucking currency. Yeah, man. That's how you know they devils, man. They set them far in these border kind of these remote kind of places and shit. You know, that's how they do Israel, man. But Most High is gonna judge your asses for that and watching you. Like we said, the angels are what Most High, Yahawashi, the angels are watching you. The prophets, we're seeing, so we're watching you.
Especially if you, if you see us, if you hear about, we talk to you. Yeah, we're watching.
And the beast is watching your ass because it was that beast that
Big brother watching you.
That hate. Her name is she said, nature sees you.
Yep.
You know. So the Most High is looking through the eyes and watch them beasts get turned up on your ass too, man.
Yep, because they see that you're naked.
Yep.
You're naked out here. You don't have the covering of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi.
So when that Jacob trouble comes, a lot of them Edomites gonna feel that shit too, man.
They already feel that shame now.
Yeah.
That's why they don't talk to
you. See, everybody is physical and shit, carnal and shit. They don't feel shit until Most High have the motherfuckers get done physically and shit. So now they scared. And now they fighting and shit. You're supposed to be fighting in the spirit already under Yahawah Yahawashi. What he could do to you in the, because it said
in the flesh. We scared that he could take our spirit.
Yeah, because it said don't fear him able to kill the body, but fear him able to kill the body and soul.
And soul.
Hell, he'll bring your ass back.
Yep.
Make you a baby and get babies are getting tortured and abused and shit.
Like that one baby, that woman went out on vacation and the baby stayed there and died and starved 10 days. Yeah. That was judgment from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi.
Mothers are often leaving their babies in the cars where they suffocate and shit, man.
That's judgment from the Lord.
Why they going to the fucking ass club, man?
Yep.
Or getting laid and shit.
Judgment from the Lord.
And you women never get on them bitches, man. That's why Most High gonna destroy your asses.
Yeah,
man.
You want to get on us and shit. Like, fuck that. You need to get on them and shit. We're trying to bring Israel to home with the Lord. You know? Fuck, man. That's why we don't want to fuck with a lot of people, man.
That's why there's nothing but judgment in this place, man. Nothing but judgment. Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
Yep. And it did. Calvary.
Yeah.
Very my heart wanted me those kind of factions of Gadite being overtaken. Sad, man. Like you gotta walk from Florida to Oklahoma and shit. No, sometimes no shoes. Baby's cold. It could be in the winter time. You know what I'm saying? Left out the cold till you frozen to death and shit. Smallpox. He used to stump the babies out. You know how you wear them cowboy boots. Yeah. He used to stump babies out with that. And burn them. And burn the Native Americans, man. They had a book called, like I said, God Goes to Glory. And they burned the Native Americans. So they was going through a trial, not as much as Judah, but they was going through some shit. Yeah. Go ahead.
But he shall overcome at the last.
How is he going to overcome when Most High give him spiritual powers, man? When he's in the kingdom over these devils, man. They're going to have to serve their punishment and die, but these other nations are going to be left under us as servants forever. I mean, forever, man. Because righteousness rules. Most High is going to show righteousness rules over everybody. Like who's stronger, right or wrong, good against the evil. Well, guess what? Righteousness overall, above all that. Because that's supposed to be in the mind of the unlearned, the ones going into learning. No, because what did it say? The Holy Spirit discerns good from evil. So you ain't gonna have to be like having that battle against good and evil. So we had to learn this so we can know what good and evil is. So we can become judges and kings and priests. Now we can tell other nations not to get your shit, to tell them to get their shit straight, because we know what the shit is. Get right, because we know what right is.
Yep. And with these other nations, really, all we're telling you to do is put that Bible down. Just put it down. It's not for you.
Yeah.
We're here to talk to the elect.
Unless you want to learn about your judgment.
Yeah,
pick it up,
you want to learn
read
about that. You want to learn about you going into slavery, you can do that. That's fine. We'll show you that. It's all throughout the scriptures. It said that y'all will be bondmen forever. You ain't getting to come into
Y'all gonna love it that we all love it. Y'all gonna love it. We all got it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it that we can change the weather and shit. Because if you do right, you're gonna live in a fruitful, abundant land. You're gonna be righteous rulers. You act righteous, we're gonna treat you righteous. You're gonna be like my humble and faithful servant. We'll take care of you. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. When there's a problem, you come to me. You're gonna be so righteous. These motherfucking heathens out there gonna be stoning their motherfucking wicked motherfuckers in there like we was doing our people. Oh, you don't want the plagues coming on us. Stone his ass. This bitch a harlot, burn on fire. Roast your ass in the whole congregation. So inside of Yahawah, it's still gonna be getting niggas roasted. Forever.
Hey, what did Nebuchadnezzar say? Hey, anybody that don't worship the God of Daniel, just remember they ass.
Lord is a man of war. Somebody gonna get their ass whooped forever. Somebody getting their ass whooped. Yeah. All right.
So
Is
with
that
not
you?
gotta pray that you go back to Jacob. That's the same one you spit in the face of and took down and mocked even to Yahawashi. So you better hope that you Jacob, man. Like, okay, ThanksKilling, they killed our people, they murdered our people, horribly. But, you would think that it would be Gadites, bunch of just millions of Gadites coming to the truth. But, we know why that is.
In that day, the elect will be willing. In that day, they'll come.
But, everybody can't make it on this side. So we already know what that means. But anyway, giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Qadash. Rawchaa, y'all brought that shot double honor to apostles, elders, bishops, great men, strong most high. Take to the brothers, teach your word for the open legs, and the big like most high will. The tri spirits returning back to the most high. Shalom, blessings. We almost out of here, man. We almost out of here. Don't listen to these devils that's telling you aliens is in the ships. That's telling you, oh, it's the Israelites. They seem like a fraud or whatever. Oh, what about this and that? We don't care. We know the truth. We already, most high willing, we already sealed, but that's my mind state. Like, I already know these are the devils, man. I already know that we the children of Israel. And it shows and it's proven, documentation that they covered up and hid. Just like they did with the Native American history. They don't want to parallel the Judite with the Native Americans because they'll know that we brothers with similar, you know what I'm saying, with similar the similar affliction and all that. So they don't put display so much of the Native American so-called, and the Latinos as like they do Judah, They don't want no relation, but at the same time, they target Judah more because he's a head tribe. So they gonna just play on black exploitation. But they got Latin exploitation too. A lot of these Latin shows, when you have those channels, the cable channels, you go to these Latin shows, there's a lot of Spaniards that's playing like Mexicans, and there's a lot of so-called Mexicans that's exploiting their own people with this foolishness and all that. So they do the same thing under the same sort of similar curses. So anyway, always had a fine shalom.
Shalom.